Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to episode 14 of Grandmaster Chess. This is your host Sagar Shah, and what a wonderful session we are looking forward to today. It's Koneru Humpy's Immortal that we are going to see with our favorite comedians, and a warm welcome to everyone in the chat. Hello, guys. How are you doing? And it's wonderful to have you all. But before we get Humpy here and also Biswa, Vaibhav, Anirban, and who knows, maybe even Samay, we first I'll give you a short introduction of the person who doesn't need any introduction, but yet I will do it. So here you can see some pictures of Humpy, who is currently the top rated women player in India and also number 3 in the world. This is her father and mother who have played a big role in her development as a chess player. Humpy from a very young age always loved to take on challenges, and here she's playing a simul, but she loved to play amidst men and boys, and she would play in those sections and beat them, which was simply amazing. You can see here she's won several events, world championships of age categories, and she was one of the best players in India when she was young, not just in women, but in the open section. For her achievements, she received the Arjuna Award, which is one of the most prestigious awards. You can see here she's receiving it from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And then she also received the Padma Bhushan, which is supposed to be a very prestigious award. And the biggest you can say honor is to be part of textbooks so that the young kids can read about you, know more about you. And this is also there in the books, that textbooks of Andhra Pradesh. There is a chapter on Humpy and her achievements, which is simply phenomenal. Mind you, she is the second woman ever to have crossed 2600 after Judit Polgar, which is simply unbelievable. Humpy got married in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, to Anvesh, and then she had a daughter, Ahana. You can see wonderful, very cute. And many people thought that Humpy might now slow down playing chess. And yes, she did not play chess for 2 years. For 2 years, she was not playing chess. And after that, she decided to make a comeback. When she made a comeback, it was very difficult for her because, all these youngsters were there who were very well prepared, fighting very hard. And she faced a tough time, but she never gives up, and she prepared very hard for these events and then started the amazing journey. She won the Skolkovo Grand Prix. She became the world rapid champion 2019, which was simply tremendous. I was so lucky. Amruta and I were so lucky to be part of that event over there. We witnessed this event live, and that's why I always like to call her the comeback fighter. She is simply amazing. And another thing which has happened in the lockdown, although Humpy won the gold medal at the Olympiad, online Olympiad, and you all would remember that amazing Armageddon game against Poland that she won. So many people were on the edge of their seats. Now she is nominated as the Indian Sportswoman of the Year 2020, and you can see what an amazing list of athletes we have there on BBC. This is by BBC. Manu Bhaker, who is an air shooter. There is Duty Chand, who is an athlete. Humpy, chess player. Vinesh Fogart, who is a wrestler, and Rani Rampal, who is a hockey player. So these are the 5 players who are part of the voting of the Indian Sportswoman of the Year. So the link is in the description. You can vote for the person whom you think is your favorite from this list. And today I'm absolutely honored that we have the 14th episode of Grandmaster Chess with Humpy. So without any further delay, let me invite her and our comedians on the screen. Hello, 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 guys.
Hi.
Hey, hey.
Hello, Humpy. How
Hello,
are
ma'am.
you?
Hi, Sagar. Yeah, I'm good. Just a small correction. I'm a Padma Shri awardee, not Padma Bhushan. Just a small
Ah,
correction for the
Padma Shri.
intro. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Sorry for that.
It's
But
okay.
I think Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan will soon be coming in. So
Thank you. Thank you for your wishes.
so we have Humpy here, and Humpy, we have two of our leaders in the Grandmaster Chess,
Mm-hmm.
Biswa and Vaibhav.
Hi,
Uh,
ma'am.
and both of them are in one of in like two of India's best comedians, but now they are into chess in such a big way that they love it tremendously, and they are improving every single day, play 10 to 15 games every day.
Oh,
So
that's really nice.
yeah, and for Vaibhav, he has a record which I think very few chess players can surpass. He has played 10,000 games on chess.com, which is unbelievable.
Oh,
I'm very honestly,
nice,
कभी
nice.
कभी मेरे को लग sometimes I feel like this is embarrassing. क्योंकि if chess players have played more than 10,000, I don't know how many would I have to play to become one.
Since you are on this topic, I'll just like to add that Vaibhav used to play no chess, and then we used to work together, and we decided to write a small sketch on chess. So Vaibhav went and bought a chessboard. This was 3 years or 4 years ago. Vaibhav
Mm-hmm.
went
Yeah.
and bought a chessboard to understand like how the game is played, so that he can write the sketch. And it's been 5 years, 4 years, I think, and he has
Yeah.
not written the sketch, but he has played 10,000 games.
So he's
Yeah,
become a
that's
So
chess
true.
that's a
player now.
beautiful document. I think the whole credit goes to Sagar Shah for promoting the game.
Oh, absolutely. A
Yeah,
lot of it.
definitely.
Thank you so much. And this entire concept of Grandmaster Chess has been so interesting because we have had some very, very top players coming and showing their games. And, I see them actually using these things. For example, nowadays when they attack, they make sure they get their last piece into the attack always, because that is something that every top player does in their best games. So that is something. So I'm very excited today, Humpy, to see the game. And we have Anirban, who is may join us. Yes, Vaibhav?
Yeah, he just called me. He said like he's joining in a minute.
Okay, he will join us. So then we will have three people here, three of them joining, and this is the scorecard that we have right now. If you look here, this right now, Vaibhav is the
Yeah.
leader with
Very huge margin.
12 and half points, and Biswa is close second. So Biswa and Vaibhav usually have this very nice rivalry going on.
Okay.
And Anirban, who will join us, is on 46, and Samay is on 17 points. So Samay hasn't been a part of many events of Grandmaster Chess because of his other engagements. So that's why he's on a lower score. So I'll switch this to over here, and we have the chessboard. And Humpy, could you tell us a bit about the game that we are going to see today?
Yeah, I played this in 2008 Women World Championship against Shen. It's a knockout tournament, and that was my third World Championship. So I played my first one in 2004, and I got a bronze medal there. In 2006, I got eliminated in the second round. So this was my third attempt, and this game was played in quarterfinals, the first game of the quarterfinals. And during that time, Shenyang was very young. She was very talented, and she's a strong international master with 2-4 rating. So it was a very tense game. Like, knockout will always have the pressure
Yes.
to make a point. But the two games which I played in the against her was like my favorite ones. And I always feel that in all my knockout events, I truly believe that the 2008 was my best game wise. I really loved the games I played over there.
Yeah, and this one is a tremendous game. So we will start it off in a bit, but before we get going, guys, if you have any questions for Humpy before the game, you can ask them.
How do you stay so cool during Armageddons?
That's a
Well, I did not play 10,000 practice games, but with the tournament experience, yes, now I understand that to stay calm is always good. Irrespective of the results, that gives the best out of us.
amazing.
Got it.
And here, guys, in the chat, try to get yourself a chessboard, and you can have a book and a pen with you to write down your answers whenever the moves are being made. Nothing like making the moves on a chessboard and thinking about these positions. It'll be very interesting. I see one of the viewers saying that I've already got a book and a pen and ready for this. So they are very excited. But before we get going, Humpy, I want to congratulate you for becoming one of the nominees for this BBC award. I think it's a great honor, right?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. In fact, I didn't expect this at all because, though chess is a very popular game having a lot of participation from various countries, but India, like, we always look up to cricket or tennis, always the commercials, more of a commercial sport.
Right.
But I think this is a kind of a very good recognition for the game, and definitely this lockdown period has changed uh, the way of thinking towards the game. So there are more followers, and I'm happy that this kind of support will definitely motivate the future generation to take up it as a profession.
Correct. I think you are the first one ever to get nominated for this, right?
Yeah,
First
I
chess
think
player.
so. Yeah.
Amazing. It's amazing. When I spoke with Humpy about this a few days ago, she said that she doesn't like a sort of promotion of her own award. She would love that if basically people choose their favorites and vote for it, and that is why I have been very clear that, guys, whoever you is your favorite, you vote for them. But my favorite from this is Humpy, and I'm going to vote for her. So you guys can also decide
Guys,
on.
please vote for Humpy. That's what Sagar Shah is trying to say.
Okay.
Sagar, I think Anirban is in the lobby. Huh?
Oh, he's here. Wonderful. Yeah, I was waiting for it to before, I don't need to set my OBS again, cut it. So great that Anirban is here now. Hello, Anirban.
Hi. Sorry.
No. How are you, Anirban?
Good.
Did you wake up like 1 minute ago?
Yes. That's now.
And it's surprising that Anirban wakes up like 1 minute ago and then he immediately starts giving right answers. Like it.
But chess-wise, it's very good to have a nap before starting the calculation.
Good night, guys. See you.
As preparation, I was dreaming about chess today.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And Humpy, Anirban is also one of the chess crazed comedians right now. He also plays chess regularly. So the main thing is all the ones who are here on Grandmaster Chess, they just love chess a lot, and that's the reason why, even though the lockdown is now coming to an end and they have started getting busy with all their engagements, yet this is something that they make it a point to attend and learn from. So shall we start the game, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So the game, let's get going. This one, Humpy is playing with the white pieces. Her opponent is Shen Yang, and Humpy opens the game with 1 d4. Humpy, what was your assessment of Shen Yang? Is she an aggressive player or a positional player?
She's a tactical player, basically. She's like, I played many games with her and I had a very good score. In I managed to win many games in a positional grinding things, like, with having a slight edge, slowly I would build up and win towards them. But this game is entirely different. So that's the reason I gave this as one of my favorites.
Yes, when I saw this, when you had given 2, 3 options, when I saw this one, I said, "Oh, this is the one," because other ones were very positional struggle, while this
Yeah,
one,
that was my typical style, but this game is entirely different.
right, guys. Humpy's main style is, she likes to go for minute advantages and then keeps grinding, and that's the way she plays. But this game is a very, very different one. D4, D5, C4, C6, and a question to you guys: what is
Love
the
defense.
Biswa knows his openings. So Slav defense, okay. E3 and Humpy, the main moves are knight F3 here and knight C3. Why did you decide to play E3?
I want to avoid this knight f3 or knight f6 e3 bg4 lines in some positions, and also the other thing is to avoid the dc4. I think it was just the decision depending on her opening report for that day.
Okay, so basically you wanted to navigate some opening lines, but eventually she got her bishop here.
Yeah.
And this is the first question already, guys. You have 2 minutes only for this one. What did white play here? And it's a very interesting decision. And Humpy, the thing is, they will think about the move. If you think that their move is equally good as your move, you can give them a full point. If you think it's good enough but not the best, you can give them half. And if you think that it's really not great, then you can give 0.
Okay.
Our last teacher, Nihal Sarin, was very, very lenient. He never gave 0, but I hope you will be stricter than him. Okay, so this one is 2 minutes and the timer. Oops. Sorry. Let me just. Yeah, there we go. And here. Okay, so 1 second. Let me just figure out how to get the
Quite simple one. Don't get confused because he gave a question.
Yeah, you can actually Humpy also guide them, or you can give them hints if you wish to, for anything if you think that they are too complicated or something. But this one, as you said, is not very difficult.
Yeah. So actually, the question you asked me why I went for E3, now I could remember what happened actually.
Okay.
So with knight f3, black can always go for e6, f5 structures where my knight will be stuck with f3. But with e3, in e6, f5 stonewall structure, I can also go for bd3 and knight g2 structure. So that was an option for me.
Okay.
So probably I think that was the main reason why I went for this mode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was way back in 2008. It's really hard to remember the exact opening theme I had.
Right. But yeah, you get your point. So that was the reason. So guys, your time is up. Let's begin with Biswa. Biswa, what's your answer?
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Where did this sound come from?
Which one?
Huh?
I don't know. You.
Oh, it's a nice sound actually. If I had this like time up ke liye, it would be nice.
Oh, the sound came. Okay.
Okay, while Biswa is
I can
thinking.
try to open the files.
Wow.
Oh, that was a big hint
All
there.
right. C takes on D4, D5. What is?
Okay, Vaibhav, what's your answer?
Well, now obviously it is C captures and D.
But before that, what did you think?
Knight D2.
Knight BD2. Okay. Knight BD2 is Vaibhav's answer. The Biswa, you had any other thoughts?
I was thinking bishop E2, but the only problem is then after he captures, the bishop has to move twice. So knight D2 is what I was tending.
No,
to.
bishop e2, black can capture on f3 and
C.
take on dc4 or take on c4.
You lose a pawn.
This
So
is
knight b2 is a better choice than bishop e2.
Yeah, knight D2 was my final thought, but
And Anirban, what's your answer?
Same answer. B. C into D. But
CD5.
before that, I was thinking of C5.
Oh, C5.
c5 was a really bad move.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Why is it bad, Humpy?
No, like, in the opening, we need to doll up the pieces, and it's not the position where, black can easily break the pawn structure with b6. b4 is met by a5. We don't even have a3.
So b6, b4, and a5 is like Anirban. Your this is breaking now.
Right.
Yeah.
A3 cannot be played here. After AB, the rook is hanging.
Yeah. I think even e5 can be played after c5. Yeah, d5 I could simply go knight of d7.
And then basically this is attacked because this knight is pinned, and also
Yeah.
c5 pawn is hanging. Very interesting.
Yeah, c5 is just a move waste in the opening, so you should doll up the pieces, play knight c3 or knight d2. Of course, h3 you have many choices. You can go for anything.
Cool, very nice. So they all have, because of your timely hint at the end, they all have said c takes d5. So we give them all full point for this one. This is the right move, guys. Humpy did take c takes d5.
What, really? Oh, okay.
But Humpy, what was your
See any
idea?
other way to open the files?
So opening the files is one thing, but Humpy, after CD, don't you think that he gets a knight square on c6 like black gets?
Right. But if I delay one more move, not capturing the d5, black will go for e6. And those are completely different lines. Later on, I cannot go for exchange kind of variation.
So you are saying that after, let's say
if I play knight c3, e6, now it doesn't make sense to capture on d5. Black will happily take with the e pawn.
Oh, okay. So that is the reason why she took it now, so that
Immediately, yeah.
it leads to symmetrical structure. But very surprising decision by your opponent was bishop takes f3.
Yeah, because now we have computers, everything. It was easy to give the answer, but way back in 2008, this is quite a popular line, taking on f3. Like if black captures with cd5 immediately, white can go for knight c3, and then e6 later on after h3. Black will take on f3. Those are few lines.
Sorry, just I missed that. So instead of bishop f3, if he takes here,
I can go for knight c3.
Yeah.
e6. Maybe even lines like queen b3 or queen a4 check. There are some lines like this. But now these things doesn't work with the engines. Nothing great for white. But in those days, to just not to complicate much, some players used to take on f3 immediately.
So the point is, once the queen moves to b3 or a4,
then I can go for knight e5.
Then this pin is no longer there, and the bishop starts looking silly. So that's why black decided to just part away with the bishop.
So, for example, I can show a little bit further. After queen a4, take knight c3, e6, queen a4, knight bd7.
Okay.
Knight e5. So here, let's say, I think K6 is strong move. Let's say
Oh,
black.
A6 is strong. Wow.
Yeah.
Warrior B5.
Yeah.
But let's say black goes bishop E7 or something, then maybe you have.
I can go BB5. Let's say bishop E7, then I go bishop B5. Now the G4 bishop is under attack. If bishop H5 or F5, I can go for G4. So these are some small tricks.
And then this bishop becomes very bad after
G5.
H4.
No, I can go straight away G5.
Oh, straight G5 and
Yeah.
you lose the piece here on D7.
But okay, nowadays no one will fall for these traps. So, like, when white takes on D5, just to avoid any further complications, simply they used to grab on F3.
True. Okay. So they took, Shen Yang took here, Humpy took with the queen, takes CD5 back. Now knight develops to C3, which is a logical developing move.
Yeah.
Knight C6, bishop D3, E6, castles, and bishop D6. We have reached this position. And the next move is an important one once again. So it's your second point, guys. What do you play here as white? That has to be decided. And meanwhile, Humpy, did you feel that this position you are better here? Or like
I
in the
think,
opening?
no, I already played this kind of position even before. So I had my own ideas before the game on where to play and from white, I think it's a very pleasant position, having a double bishop, so no weaknesses. So it's a quite easy play.
Right. So it's very easy to play, but now comes an important moment also in the chat. Guys, try to think. They have 2 minutes to get this. Now I have got the timer working on top. And also let me update the score with everyone having 1 point. Bhavin Ved, try using Ninja Room, which is easier and low latency compared to using Zoom for video and audio. Okay, I'll check it out, Bhavin. Thank you for your suggestion. So we had another super chat. Ashish Kumar, thank you for your super chat. And yeah, a lot of people in the chat also guessing the moves. Humpy, do you have the chat open in front of you?
No, I don't have it.
Okay.
So how should I open?
No, there's no need to.
Zoom chat or?
No. The YouTube video, you can leave it closed also. It's not a problem. But there are a lot of people in the chat who are also writing the answer. They also are guessing the move here. So there are more than 2,000 people who are also learning and trying to get the right answer. Right.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Guys, don't expect me to give the hint every time.
Just waiting for that.
Yeah.
Anirban was like, why should I think right now when at the end there will be a big hint? So guys, time is coming to an end. You need to come up with an answer here. I love how Vaibhav is writing down his move. Very cool.
Yeah, it does make it a sense of finality.
Yes. So
it reminds me of my training days, like whenever we have problems or something. So it's compulsory to write down all the lines.
isn't it true that, Humpy, if we write down, we cannot fool ourselves, because many times we think, oh, I also saw that, I also saw this. But if we write,
also when we write, we try to see various branches. See, when you are just saying straight away one move, you just leave it there. But when you are writing, you try to expand a bit. You look for more choices and also deep. So that way, it's very good to learn and improve the game.
Right. Okay. Very nice. So Vaibhav, let's begin with you. What's your move?
Knight b5.
Knight to b5 is what Vaibhav wants to do here. Okay, a very aggressive move. What about Anirban?
A3.
A3 is what Anirban wants to do. And Biswa?
Knight b5.
Knight b5. Okay, so Humpy, what do you think about this move, knight to b5?
Okay, this is one more tempo, like you want to capture the bishop. But once the bishop moves on, let's say bishop can move to b8.
E4.
Sorry?
E4.
E4. But what was your idea in playing it? I'll capture d4.
King is in the center, so I just want to open it up as much as possible.
After capturing on e4, black can go for short castle. And at some point, a6 will be coming. Again, your knight should go back, right?
So here we can take on e4.
Take on e4. Because I don't want to allow bishop g5, so I'll for sure capture on e4. And short castle. There is no light squared bishop to threaten my king.
Okay.
And then now this pawn becomes a weakness.
Yeah, it becomes a weakness. Now I'm going to threat a6.
So
okay, knight b5 can be played, but not e4 for sure. So just a move, you can knight b5. Then you have to go back to developing the pieces again. Something like bishop d2. If a6, then back to c3. But this is not very useful. Anyway, black will try to play a6 b5 at some point of time to expand on the queen side.
So this turned into not so useful kind of idea.
Useful. Yeah.
Okay. So knight b5 was 1. Would you give it half a point or a 0?
I'll give half a point.
Okay. Okay. So half a point for you guys. What about a3 move of Anirban?
So a3 short castle. What's your plan behind this move?
No plan as such. Just I thought that with that the bishop cannot come forward. Their dark square bishop.
You mean here?
Yeah.
Bishop b4. You mean bishop b4?
Yeah.
But anyways, I think if black wanted to do that, he could play it directly instead of playing bishop d6.
Oh,
yeah. So in this position, when black went bishop d6, he have gone here.
Okay.
Only thing a3 will be doing is it's stopping knight b4. So, but after a3, if after black's short castle, you need to be careful of knight a5.
Oh.
So let's say if you go here,
bishop d2, knight a5.
You created a hole here.
Yeah, a3 is like you're creating a weakness on the queen side.
Right.
Interesting. Okay, so here would a3 Humpy get any points?
No, 0.
Okay, so Humpy
knight b5 is not damaging the structure, but a3 like pawn cannot get back, so I'm not going to give any score.
I
wanted to guess like what she played. Like, is it a queen move like queen h3 or something like that?
Right now, I think Humpy, you can give them a hint as to what you played, so then they will get the move. Yeah.
Okay. So it's always important to develop all the pieces before going for attack.
Yes.
D2.
Yeah, Biswa, you are right also. This is the correct move. Bishop d2, finishing the entire development. And that was one of the reasons why this question was asked to you guys, whether you will come up with this move or not.
Just one question. As a theoretical question, that is okay. So I understand that the c1 square is now free for the rook, which is great. But is this really developing the bishop? Because this bishop will never do anything here. We'll need to take it to any other square for it to be active, right? Like it's just behind the pawn, and that's why I was thinking like you have to play e4 or b3 first to give this bishop any scope.
So Humpy, just one thing I want to tell you: don't answer this if it is there in the next moves. Okay,
I understood. See, like in in these kind of structures, when you go for e4 breakthrough, you should have some concrete plan, because you are going to isolate the d4 pawn. Unless you are having some kind of double attack, or if you are getting a in between move, kind of bishop g5 instead of capturing on e4. So if these things work, we can plan for it. But structure-wise, it doesn't work immediately. So before doing such things, we need to bring all the pieces into the game. So the time will come for this bishop. So we'll see in the game.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And b3 bishop b2 also, there also bishop is not doing anything. Anyway,
Yeah.
the d4 pawn is blocking up. So for now, this is the best possible square.
So
Okay.
is it that like we do not have a concrete plan ahead for an attack, so we just like improve it in the sense connect the rooks at least, and then maybe give
Yeah.
two sides of attack, and that's it, right?
Yeah,
It's a
that's
very
it.
non-committal thing to do in this position then.
Right.
Very interesting. Okay, so bishop d2 and black castled, and now Humpy played a slightly aggressive and a very interesting move, looking with the bishop and queen. And Vaibhav, you had mentioned this move. So looking at the h7 square, but right now it's securely covered by the knight, so nothing much to worry. Rook c8, and she also got her rook to c1, which is a rook on an open file, well placed. And black went for the move g6 now, protecting against any attack on h7. So here is your third question, guys. This one is an important one, so I'm going to give you 3 minutes to think of for here. What did Humpy play in this position? Humpy, if you have any very small hint or something, you can give them. But also, if you want them to think on their own.
So almost all the major pieces are into the game. So one more piece is to be activated. So we can try to find out.
Oh, okay. This is now a very interesting position because it is symmetrical structure, and usually in symmetrical structure we have kind of positional games, but here it turned into an aggressive one. Oh, Adiban is in the chat. So easy. Yes, Adiban. He says justice for my sleepy boy Vaibhav.
I know, yeah, I'm well slept. It's just that the angle पे लग रहा है कि मेरे आँख खुले नहीं है ज़्यादा.
Vaibhav is very focused. He is thinking very hard. Humpy, there is one question I want to ask you till they are thinking. Is like when you were young and you were playing against all of these boys, and I also saw your video on BBC where you have said that beating boys and beating men was very, very satisfying because so can you tell, like there will be also a lot of girls watching this. Why would you recommend them to play with boys or in open section?
I always feel that, like, as a player, we should always try to compete with the higher standard ones, so that it gives us the opportunity to improve further.
Okay.
So if you start, let's say, if you're already a women national champion or something, if you keep on playing the same tournament, it won't be any fun. Like, you should look beyond that. In the same way, like when we play with men, automatically we try to think further. Going out of our books, we try to learn more ideas. And also, there is a lot of difference in the playing style between women and men. Also about the preparations as well. Because in women tournaments, what happens is generally they have a very narrow opening report, but it will be very deep. But whereas men are good at various openings, like they had a lot of expanded repertory, and they also switch on very often between those things.
Okay.
And coming to the game, of course, they are quite stronger. So when we play with them, it will definitely help to improve.
Beautiful. So, guys, if you are at any point feeling that what is the fastest way to improve, then always facing stronger opposition can help you improve much faster because you learn a lot more. Okay, guys, coming to Anirban, what is your answer here? This is an important moment of the game.
Knight E2.
Knight E2 is what Anirban wants to play. Okay. What about Biswa?
F4.
F4 is Biswa's move, Vaibhav?
Rook Fe1.
Rook Fe1. Okay, very interesting. So we'll start with Knight E2 by Anirban. Humpy, what are your thoughts?
What was the idea in playing this? Like, where do you want to go with this knight?
Towards this side.
So guys,
But here, like already the bishop is on d6, so you can't go for knight f4. The d4 pawn is also weak, so you can't allow taking the knight on f4.
I was thinking after this, I will go for e4 maybe.
Even then, you don't have a control over e4 square, and straight away black can even play kind of knight e4 straight away because you have let the control of the e4 square off.
I think Anirban, if you wanted to go e4, then better knight is here on c3.
Okay.
Yeah. So knight e2.
Yeah, knight e2 is not a great move. It's just it doesn't have any deep plans.
Right.
Okay. What about the move that Biswa suggested? F4.
F4 is obviously the best. Even I played it.
Oh wow.
Because here black went for g6 when I played queen h3. So f4 is attacking move. It is also opening the space for the rook.
Very interesting. So f4 was very good, and Vaibhav's move in this position was rook fe1.
Rook f1. Like now, let's see at the d2 bishop. It is having all the blockings. So anyways, working on e4 is that was the only plan I see with rook f1, right? You want to go for e4, knight d4, and e5.
I thought any exchange, I'll get out the rook and bring it to the h file maybe.
Yeah.
Also, my primary reason for choosing this was when you said that there's only one more piece to develop. Otherwise, my choice was going in.
Yeah, this is a very normal development, but f4 is quite smarter that way. Okay, it's not a mistake. It's playable move.
It's a playable one, but f4 is clearly the best move. So,
I'll give f4, of course, 1 point.
Yeah.
Rook e1, half a point.
Okay.
So knight e2 is not a blunder, but obviously I didn't like it. I'm not sure.
Okay, no problem.
Basically, Humpy was going to give 0, but then she thought, oh, last time also Anirban got 0.
No, but Anirban does very well towards the end. He really kills it once the tactics start playing, so he will make points. Yeah. We should give him 0 here, is what I feel.
Already developed this.
Okay. So f4. So Anirban 0 here. F4 was played, and Shen Yang went a6, maybe to expand on the queen side, stopping knight b5.
Yeah, we were talking about this a6. Like when you said knight b5. So anyways, black will try for this expansion. So here it's quite normal in these kind of positions. But after f4, I think black should be very careful. So
Right.
we'll see. We'll see in the game.
So guys, already big hint given by Humpy already. You have to be careful. So here's your fourth question. This time, once again, this time for 2 minutes only, because it's a very next immediate move to the last one. What does white play here in this position? And the hint is black had to be careful. So guys, also in the chat, think and Biswa, Garvit Kalrai saying Biswa रोज slow and steady में GMs का game देखता है, so he's able to figure out the moves. But guys, wait for it. अभी तो he's found f4, but there are still many 7 more moves to find. It's not going to be easy. The game is heating up now. Humpy, does the style of your opponent have any decision to play when you decide on your next moves? Like here, you know that Shen Yang is an aggressive player. So does that affect your decisions, or you find the best, you go for the best?
No, here the style really doesn't matter at all, because the position demands that. Okay, I can't speak much further than this.
Right. Right now, the chat is actually divided on 2 moves, which is interesting. And you know, there are many streams that happen on ChessBase India, Humpy, and Grandmaster Chess is the only stream where, or if you see the chat, only chess moves. Like there are only, you will see a3, b4, rook c2, rook e, like all these moves, which is very cool to see. There's nothing else that people are writing. Okay, guys, time is coming to an end, and there's your time. Sorry?
I can give a clue, right?
You want to give a clue? Okay. Then I'll give them 30 more seconds and your clue then. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes, go on, Humpy.
Yeah. White's position is very secure. Like everything is under control. So we need to try to hunt.
We need to try to hunt. Okay, guys, 30 seconds after this. So just in case you had some quiet move in mind, you have to go for the hunt. Okay, so Biswa, what's your move?
There are too many possible, but I'll go with rook f3.
Rook f3 is the move for Biswa. Okay, Vaibhav, what is your move?
Same rook f3.
Rook f3 for Vaibhav as well. Okay, Anirban?
Oh, I was thinking of something else only.
But you have to go for the hunt, Anirban. Don't make a...
Oh man, I'm very bad at hunting. E4.
Okay, e4 is Anirban's move. All right, so rook f3.
I have a backup move also.
I just saw Humpy's expression on that.
You can do something like this, Anirban. And then check the expression and... Yeah.
Next time I'll try this.
Biswa, what is your backup move?
I'm just keeping the backup move here, just so that if it's right later, I'll be like yo-yo. It's king h1 actually.
Okay, king h1 is your backup move, but
Yeah.
okay, for the point, Vaibhav, you have a backup move?
Yeah, I don't have a backup move honestly, but like I think g4 also, I don't know.
Okay.
For g4 only, I'm playing king h1.
Yeah, g4 also I was thinking.
Okay, so now guys, thinking does not help. Rook f3 was the move by Biswa and Vaibhav. Humpy, what are your thoughts about Rook f3?
Okay, Rook f3 can be also played. Not a bad idea at all. But obviously G4 is, straight away I can go for attack.
Oh my God.
See, everything is under control. The white king is secured. There is no entering for black from the queen side. Center e5 break is under control. So it's a straight away attacking move.
Too aggressive.
So Humpy, the main thing, like as you saw, Biswa was trying to play king h1. Vaibhav also felt there is g4, but not very sure. Anirban also felt that g4 should be played.
Probably they're trying to copy my original style, like preparing for g4.
Yeah, but so how do you, as you said, is the main thing that nothing is happening in the center, that there are no breaks? That is why you played this.
Yes, that's right. If there is any penetration, then we need to be very careful before playing such moves. But here, everything is under control. And of course, I'm feeling very sorry to speak about e4.
Yeah, okay.
No point.
Oh man.
I'll give half a point for Rook f3. Yeah.
Okay. So Rook f3 gets half a point. So Vaibhav moves to 2.5. Biswa on 3. Anirban is waiting for the tactics to begin.
I'll capture on e4 and take on d4, even queen b6. I could see many moves. Probably I need to fight.
Yeah, this pawn also Anirban becomes weak. Yeah. I think the thing was Anirban was thinking of a lot of moves, and then in the end he was like, lot of pressure is there, I have to give a move, and e4.
First thing I thought about was g4, because see, if I'm playing with Biswa and Vaibhav, I'd play g4. That's like a move that I'd definitely play. But because Humpy is there, I'm like, no, let's not
But guys, what is the main aim of this session is to say the moves which you feel. Because whatever you feel you will say is then how you will improve. If you are going to think differently now and in your games you will think differently, then you're not improving.
E4 looked so dangerous that, without calculating, mind was itself like something like king has to be safer types. But when you actually calculate, there's nothing happening. Like there's no way for him to take advantage of G4. Her to take advantage of G4.
Yeah. So Black said, okay, Humpy is coming for the attack. So she went king h8. And Humpy also tucked her king.
Oh, come on. Come on. Just move order is different.
And Rook g8 was the next move. And here is your question for the 5th point now, guys. 2 minutes for you for this one. What do you do here as white? Think of it, because, and Humpy, if you have any hints for them here, because black kind of
like when we go with some plan, you should always try to fulfill that idea to make it correct.
So the hint is, if you are going for a plan, you have to go all through. Yeah, you have to go through with it. But then whatever is needed for that plan to happen, you have to take those measures. Okay. Shiva Kumar says, huge respect to you, Humpy ma'am, for your achievements and accomplishments for Indian chess. You are like a lady wishy for India and inspiration to many.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Humpy, have you played over the board like one-on-one game with Anand before, or?
No, never. But once we played, I don't know. I don't even remember what they called it. Like 2 players each, like.
Alternate moves, yes?
Oh, yeah, alternate moves. I could not get that word. Yeah, alternate moves. We had this match in Russia. There was one rapid tournament which took place long ago. So after the rapid event, they had these alternate move matches just for fun. Like we had opposition teams with Kramnik and Kosintseva Tatiana, Aronian and Daniel Elena. So it was just a kind of fun matches.
So you and Anand were in
Yeah,
one
me
team.
and Anand were playing together in these alternate.
Wow. How was it? It must have been fun, no? Or was it very tense?
Yeah, it was fun. No, it was not tense, but fun, but also difficult to match the ideas.
Yeah. But did you guys talk before the event that okay, we will go for this, or it was just on the spot?
No, it was just on the spot.
Very interesting. Okay, so let's go this time with Vaibhav. Vaibhav, what's your move here?
G5.
G5 is what Vaibhav wants to push on. G5. Okay. Anirban?
Bishop E2. Bishop E1.
Bishop E1. E2 or E1?
E1.
E1. Okay. And Biswa?
Rook F3.
Rook F3. Okay. Let's start with G5. Humpy, what are your thoughts for this move?
Like G5, we are fixing up the position. Like, it's more flexible when we had the pawn on G4. We have a lot of options there. So it's also cutting the route for the D2 bishop. Bishop E1 and H4 is no more an alternative after G5.
With G4, sorry.
And also, once the knight moves from F6, if it comes to, let's say, knight E8, G7 or F5 or something, then it's really difficult to attack further.
So if in case it moves to like E8, then if it moves to E8, then the knight moves to E8,
okay.
Then queen goes to H6, and now the rook is coming there like this.
Is on D6, so it can always attack the queen with bishop F8, and also rook can be played to G7 to defend the H7 pawn. Okay, G5 is playable. It's not it's nothing wrong with that, but it's
not the ideal one.
It's something very concrete position. So it can be like here we have even more better moves than G5.
It also loses the flexibility as
loses the flexibility. Yeah, that's right.
Rook F3 was Biswa's move. What are your thoughts on Rook F3?
Yeah, it's quite playable. Like you're still putting the pressure upon the black. You're flexible to play any kind of attacking moves in this position.
It's not a mistake.
It's playable. Even Bishop E1 is a good choice to regroup this bishop. Like we were talking about these bishops right in the opening itself, but this has a very clear path.
Beautiful. Actually,
so this was my idea when I played it, when I placed it on D2.
Wow.
Guys, 10th move was bishop D2. And now on 16th move, you can see how the F pawn moved forward and the bishop could come and now becomes really active on this diagonal. And believe it or not, what a comeback by Anirban, who has found the move bishop E1, which Humpy played. Well done, Anirban. So, full point for Anirban, bishop E1. And G5, Humpy, what would you give it?
I'll give 0 because it's killing many options. Like it's more flexible. Rook F3, I would give half a point.
Okay.
So it's quite playable here.
So Rook F3 gets half a point.
And of course, Bishop E1 is 1 point.
1 point, yes. Anirban
obviously found the best possible way for the bishop.
Yeah. So now Shen Yang saw that bishop is coming to H4 and will pin the knight. So she immediately went bishop E7. And Humpy here somehow very interestingly played bishop G3. Humpy, I'm not going to ask you why you did this right now. There must be some logic, but we will come to it. And now, guys, black, I think maybe Humpy, were you surprised with this move or you expected it, this move H5?
No, I'm a bit surprised. Actually, I'm also checking this move like while playing because, if I push G5, I should be very careful. Like unless I have a concrete breakthrough or some clear-cut plan, I cannot afford to lock down the kingside position.
Okay, so we
So
will.
anyways, checking on, yeah. So I was checking about this move, but I didn't expect her to.
So this move was always there at the back of the head, but black played it, which is a bold decision considering that so many of the white pieces are looking at her king. So this is, guys, now your 6th point here, and I would say a very, very critical moment in the game. So we are going to keep 3 minutes for this one. Please think very hard as to what you want to do here as white. Very, very important moment. You can see that black has a very concrete threat of taking the pawn on g4 with the knight. So you have to decide how to handle this one. Guys, we have already come to halfway through this game. 5 points. I want to ask the chat, how are you guys doing? Out of 5, what is your score? Devi Nanand. So you're thinking, cool. Three points, 3. Okay. Interesting. 5, 4.5, 4.5, 5. Oh, some people have scored 5 out of 5, which is interesting. 3.5. Very cool. This is
back in a minute. Just 1 minute.
two and a half. Mayur. Okay. Humpy, a lot of one of the things which has been that you want to achieve still and has been missing is the world championship title. So how do you fight for it? What is the way for you to qualify to the world championship match?
Right now, I'm in the Grand Prix series. Like I already played 2 of them. But I'm not sure about my final Grand Prix because it was earlier supposed to held in Gibraltar in January.
Okay.
But I did not. I decided not to play during that time because of the COVID. Now it's postponed, but I don't know what's going to happen. Whether I'll be having an entry or not.
Okay.
But I suppose, after the Grand Prix, I had to play the candidates, and then through candidates, the winner will get qualified to the title match. So I suppose if I don't play the Grand Prix, my only way of qualification is through rating. So I still don't have a clear picture how they're going to take it.
Okay. Yeah, it's a complex route, but we're all hoping that this will happen. So right now, the time is up. I don't know where Vaibhav.
Vaibhav just got discharged. He's coming back in a minute.
Okay.
He's connected.
So meanwhile, till Vaibhav comes back, I think we can ask Anirban and Biswa, what are your thoughts on this position? What is the move? Because this is clearly the moment of the game where things start heating up. So Biswa, what's your move?
Let Vaibhav come.
Vaibhav has sent me his move though.
Oh, Vaibhav is already. Oh, nice. Okay, so let's look at Vaibhav's move. What is Vaibhav's move, Anirban?
Vaibhav's move is G into H.
G takes H5 is Vaibhav's move. Okay, and your move, Anirban?
I'll also go for this one only.
Okay, G takes H5 is also what Anirban wants to play. And Biswa, do you have something else on your mind?
Bishop e2.
Bishop e2 is Biswa's move. Very interesting moment and shows actually Humpy when a critical position arrives. I think the styles of players you start to sense, right? Some players go all out, some players.
Vaibhav is in the lobby.
Okay, 1 second. Let me add him here.
Hello.
So let's begin with Bishop e2, the move that was suggested. Humpy, what are your thoughts on Bishop e2?
Well, it's a straight away threat on h5. So obviously, black should play king g7.
So Bishop e2, king g7.
Yeah.
Biswa, did you consider this move?
No, I just could not find any good break, so I just went to defend the g4 pawn.
No, but the bishop on d3 is like, it's best placed over there, looking at the king.
Agreed.
So pulling it back, if it is actually winning material or something, it would be very nice.
But here after gh5, black is having straight away rook h8.
He doesn't even have to spoil the structure, because if you could have got, let's say, knight h5, bishop h5,
and then rook h8 is possible.
Even here it's possible.
Yeah, even here it's possible.
Right. So this is a big problem here, Biswa, and that's why bishop e2 is not the best. G takes h5 was both Anirban and Vaibhav's move.
Yeah. After knight h5, what was your plan?
This is important. What are you going to do here?
Actually, after knight after, I thought that bishop comes to e2. This is what I was thinking.
Okay, the same. Okay.
Anirban, did you have any other ideas after knight takes h5? Because that is the move to consider if you're taking on h5.
Right.
No, I thought that, like it will be in the same line. And the other move I was thinking was bishop to h4. So that if the knight moves, I take the bishop. But that did not give me anything. So then I went for that break.
I have another idea.
Yeah.
F5.
You mean after taking on h5, right?
No, just directly F5.
Without taking gh5, straight away f5.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just chaos.
F5, right? After knight h5, you can go for f5.
This take, and f5. Wow. Look at this, guys. This is actually a move which, Humpy, I try to say that whenever you want to find candidate moves, you have to look at checks, captures, and threats. Like, where are the checks? But f5 is a move that you cannot find with this method. You have to think of something different. So how would one find a move like f5?
Here, like, it's the whole plan of playing f4 and g4 is against this e6 and g6 structure. So f5 breakthrough is very normal in these kind of structures, but without the support of g pawn, it's possible because of the tactics and weak king. Let's check ef5. I can go for rook into f5. Now white is threatening rook h5 straight away, rook f7. So let's think of gf5, queen h5, king g7 only move. Yeah, now I can here I can go for bishop c7. Bishop c7.
Bishop
c7.
Wow. Guys.
Wow.
What a move. And if he takes with the rook?
With the rook c7, rook g1. So king f6 is right away mate, queen f5 mate. So if king f8, I go queen h6 and rook g8.
Wow.
And then you'll at the very least lose the queen. In fact, it could also be a checkmate directly here.
Yeah.
It's a checkmate. Wow.
No, in fact, when I started this F4 G4 plan, even without Black's H5, I was looking for these kind of F5 moves. So I can give you some position to just have an idea. You can just go back a little bit further. Maybe instead of H5, let's say if the knight is on E8 or somewhere, let's say if the knight is, yeah. Here also I could go F5, take on F5. Okay, GFI is very normal and white is pleasant here. It's absolutely better, but I can also, oh, sorry, there's something. Maybe it's much further. Here it's fine. It's right away GFI, yeah.
Here you can just
There
take
are
it.
some positions where I can even sacrifice the rook, threatening on H7, but here it's not possible.
Here, because you can
Yeah,
just
because
defend.
here it's blocked. G-pawn is blocking the attacking rook.
You mean
Without
if the
G4,
pawn
I
was
can go, without the pawn on G4, if the knight is on E8, I can even think of F5.
got it. So there could be a double attack there.
Yeah, that would be a double attack.
So
once I played this F4, I was looking for this F5 at every point. Yes, sir. But here I went for straight away F5. I have seen both the lines, but I like this move over the board.
So
Both are equally good.
GH5 was also strong, but you went directly
F5.
F5.
Yeah.
So we give because GH5 two people said here Anirban and Vaibhav, but
GH5 is absolutely good.
But they did not see this idea of F5 after that. They came Bishop E2. So what would you say?
Of course, technically speaking, I have to give 1 point. I don't know how you'll look at this, but the idea behind it is wrong.
Correct. Because if black gets king g7 rook h8, then I think black is fine. No,
and while attacking, you should have a very clear points, or else if it fights back, white will be lost completely. If we have some such things as rook h8 and knight h5, the position will collapse slowly.
Yeah. So here, if black gets rook h5 next, I don't think that you will be able to continue playing for an edge, or I mean attack.
Because the structure of the pawns is very bad towards the end game, and g3 bishop is doing nothing here.
Correct. So would we give 0 here?
No, I'll give half a point for finding the GH5.
Okay, half a point. And for Biswa's move, which was bishop e2 also, then do you give half or 0?
Okay, I'll give half because all three have the same intention.
No, I did not have E2 intention. I did not think about it only. I was like, oh, king and queen एक line में आ रहे हैं.
Trap. You want to fall for the same trap. The king is our education. So I'm giving half to everyone.
Anirban is saying not thinking anything is better than thinking wrong. Okay, so 4 points to Biswa, 3 to Vaibhav, and 2.5 to Anirban. Wow, this is heating up. Actually, we are getting close towards the end of this. 4 more questions to go. So in the game, Humpy moved forward with F5. She attacked. Opponent now said, wow, that's a juicy pawn on G4. So took it. F takes G6 was Humpy's choice. Then F takes G6. And now she entered here with the rook. Whenever there is an open file, if you can get your rook to the 7th rank, nothing like it. And so Shen Yang responded with rook g7, trying to fight back. And guys, this is your 7th point now. You have given up a pawn. You have to be careful. And Humpy, are there any hints for them here?
So white needs to be, it should be killing for white, because without material, it's not possible to play a normal kind of moves. And moreover, it's a completely attacking position with a weak king on h8.
Very interesting. So first Humpy's one hint was to go for the hunt. Now she's asking you to go for the kill. So accordingly, try to be alert for your chances and switch on your calculation mode. Because Humpy, actually, if you cannot calculate, you cannot finish off attacks, right? You can't just play on feel. So if someone wants to improve this, I see this is the main issue with all the players, not just them, but also the people in the chat, that they are not able to calculate it very accurately. So what did you do to improve your calculation?
No, like nowadays, I don't do much of a chess work, but as a youngster,
Yes.
I used to continuously work on techniques. Like I used to solve problems every day. I even used to write down all the names of the techniques on the book.
Like what techniques? Like
Like
destroying a
double
defender.
attack, discover attack, pinning,
Ah,
extra attack,
okay.
space clearance, so blockade, everything. Like
Do you
deflect,
remember?
coin. Yeah, there used to be a problems book. So whenever we used to sit to do the problems, my dad makes sure that first I write down all the techniques in my notebook and then I'll start solving the puzzles.
Mm.
So that's my daily routine. Even as a youngster, like when I was maybe 10 or 11, even during the tournaments, he used to ask me to write down the names of the techniques so that I could remember the uh, tactical ideas while playing the game.
So basically, these themes or these techniques like deflection, decoy,
Yeah,
double attack,
yeah,
pin, fork was given a lot of importance.
right, right.
Okay, okay. So in that way, you were able to not miss them when that happened in the game.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay, guys, you have to be alert here, and maybe you have to understand what theme is the most relevant. But I have a feeling that they will find this one. Let's see if they are able to.
Yeah, I also believe so.
Also, the chat is filled with very strong players. A lot of them have found the answer. Yes, that is okay. What is your move? Let's go with Anirban.
Bishop G6.
Bishop takes G6. Anirban wants to give up a full piece. Okay. Vaibhav.
Bishop G6.
Bishop G6 also for Vaibhav. Okay. Biswa. Biswa.
Is he muted?
Biswa, you're mute. Somehow.
Rook C to F1.
Rook C to F1. Biswa is like, I have to get all my pieces into the attack. So, Humpy, what is your thought about Rook C F1?
Yeah, this is a very slow process here because, as I said, it's time for killing. Just Bishop G6 straight away.
But how does it? It doesn't work.
वो check
It
आएगा ना
does,
उसके बाद.
What you need to calculate. It's very
Yeah, I
simple.
was
Yeah.
calculating. But
Very simple one.
Good job, Anirban Vaibhav, for finding Bishop G6. So, are there any points for Rook C F1?
I'll give.
no, it's okay. I don't want point. I just want to see how this. I calculated this.
Actually, I can't give a point for that because it's a very slow move.
Okay, got it. So now it's actually close because Biswa got it wrong. Now Vaibhav has caught up with him on 4 points. Anirban is on 3.5. So with 3 more questions to go, this is getting very exciting. Bishop takes G6 was played, and I don't know, Biswa, what you couldn't make work, because after Rook G6, just Queen H5.
Yeah. Now Rook H6.
Rook H6.
Yeah,
And then
Knight.
you lose the knight.
Before going to H6.
So this.
Sorry?
Now
Queen G2. Queen G8.
Yeah.
Queen G8.
Guys, you are playing
Queen
like
H4.
Shen Yang. She also played Queen G8 here.
I think Queen. Okay, is there a question here or should
No,
we go
not
on?
yet.
Like,
Not yet.
okay, I think Queen F4.
Yes, Vaibhav.
Yeah.
And now her.
Just want to ask, why didn't you go for Queen F3?
Aha, important. Okay.
Queen F3.
Queen F3.
I wanted to attack the rook also at the same time.
Okay,
threatening
Queen
it.
F4. Did you see the Bishop G5 tempo or not?
Sorry, I didn't understand the
Queen
question. Sorry.
F4, BG5, Bishop G5.
So the main thing is Humpy is saying that if you go Queen F4, Bishop G5 would hit your
Bishop
queen.
G5.
Oh, I didn't see that. Luckily.
Okay.
I didn't see that bishop is okay. Yeah.
So
But
Queen
okay.
F3 would be preferable, Humpy?
No. I also went for Queen F4.
Okay.
Actually, Queen F3 is also quite playable. After Queen F3, I don't want to allow Rook F8.
Oh, actually, wait. So if the bishop comes, then we can just give a check on e5, right?
Ooh.
And if the knight takes, we take with the bishop, and that's checkmate, isn't it?
No.
Oh, the queen comes. Oh no, not checkmate.
Oh, this is interesting.
But actually, you're thinking in a right direction. Like you're trying to calculate, but it's not working out here.
Knight takes, bishop takes, and
the bishop
bishop comes, and then the rook
so
takes.
bishop
Yeah.
comes first. So the whole point for me to play Queen F4 was like if I straight away go Queen F3, Black will play Rook F8. So it will try to eliminate my attacking rook. See, I had a material like I'm having a pawn up, extra pawn, so I can exchange the rook. It's also advantage for white. It's good. But I went for Queen F4. So it tempos. Obviously, Black will play Bishop G5. Now Queen to F3. Now here Black doesn't have a Rook F8. So my Rook on F7 is a very strong attack.
It's a very deep point and a very subtle point in the attack.
Incredible.
So Queen F3, Shen Yang wanted to get rid of the rook at all costs. So
here Black doesn't have tactics like Knight D4. Like instead of Rook H7, if Black goes Knight D4, I can play. Yeah, guys, you can find out them.
Oh, nice. Thanks. That's it's not for points. It's just for you guys.
Bishop E5.
Bishop E5. Bishop E5.
Right.
Bishop E5 check. So Rook H7.
So trying to exchange my active rook.
And now we come to the 8th point of the game, guys. Try to think. Yes, you are a pawn up, but if you don't finish off your opponent soon, they may start the fight back. So think, and what do you do? And Humpy, if there is any hint that you have here.
It's time to utilize all the pieces.
guys, please don't take. This is a very tricky hint she has given. I can tell you. This time it's not the simple hint.
Don't try this, Sagar.
Not so easy.
This time it's not easy. I know you guys will get it wrong because I know your face. All of you are very, very happy. So I'm warning you beforehand.
Okay.
And this is the thing about strong players, that once they get an advantage, they don't let it go. Like they don't relax until the game is over. So this you have to at all costs find in this moment, because many times you guys are winning better and then you eventually make some mistake.
More about calculation here.
It's pure calculation. And after this, there are 2 more points left. So guys, be alert also in the chat. Try to think. Chat is also getting confused by the hint. So guys, points are added. I added the points last time. It is this 3.5, 4, 4 right now. Okay, so last 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds left. This is actually going to be very close because I think a lot depends on who gets this move because this is the tricky one. Okay, let's start with Anirban. Anirban, what's your move?
Rook G1.
Okay, Rook G1 for Anirban. Vaibhav?
Knight E2.
Knight E2. Okay. Biswa?
Knight E2.
Oh, Knight E2. Okay, I will leave this up to Humpy to decide Rook G1 and Knight E2. Do they get any points? Because Humpy's move is...
No, probably will give them another chance.
Another chance, yes.
So, okay, Rook G1 Knight and Knight E2, both the moves doesn't get any points at all. So it's completely a calculation move. So
Okay. Can I go again?
Yes.
Rook C2.
Rook C2. What is your idea? Queen will take the rook.
Oh, there is okay. Can I go again?
Okay, hold on. I'm getting something. Oh man, is it knight takes on D5 or something?
So, Biswa, for
Yeah.
3 minutes, what did you do?
Huh?
3
I was
minutes?
doing-
You didn't see.
one more minute to just think.
Okay.
Rethink.
Let's give 1 minute.
Sometimes while attacking, if we don't have a direct control, we should indirectly get the control over the squares.
Okay. Through tactical means, correct?
Right.
Very important. If you can't get control of the square, like I think in your mind you want to take control of the e5 square with your bishop because it's such a nice square, but you can't because knight is controlling it. So you need to use tactical means. Okay, time is up there, but let's see if you guys have come up with something. One more chance. Vaibhav's expressions are like the same. कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है times. Biswa, could you make something work? Biswa बोल ही नहीं रहा. They want to get it, but they are.
What is the original time control of this game?
It's a classical game.
How am I supposed to find in 5 minutes Grandmaster moves? Please tell me. Sagar bhai, you're putting a clock and all.
No, but you know, there are two main differences. First of all, we are telling you that this is a critical moment. Humpy had no idea that this is a moment. She could also make any move. She had to actually understand, oh, there could be a tactic here. Here, we are guiding you in that front, and also Humpy is giving you hints. So that's a
But
big...
we are also not Grandmaster, no.
Okay, so Biswa, your move. Anyone wants to try anything? Maybe.
Yeah, knight d5.
Knight takes d5. Okay, Vaibhav.
Knight E5 is not bad. No, I don't know. I feel like there's something, but I was calculating Queen G4.
Okay, and Anirban.
Two options I am thinking. One is knight G4, so that the next move can be D5. Queen G4, so that the next move can be knight.
Okay, you want to. Correct.
And the other option is bishop to d6.
Bishop to
Bishop
d6.
to d6. What's the
D6.
idea behind it?
Just like this f8 square, like one more attack on that.
Controlling this square.
Controlling the f8 square. Okay. And also doing the g.
Humpy queen g4, is it a decent move or not really?
Yeah, I think so. It's a decent move. Yeah. It's quite playable.
But guys, look at her move, and none of you get the points because you didn't make it work. She took the pawn on d5 with the knight. And here, black took back. And what could be her idea? It's not for points, but what was the idea why she took?
Bishop e5.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. Bishop e5, because now the knight is pinned and the rook is hanging. So king g8, and usually when you take on d5, I think Humpy, you had already calculated, right? The next move, what was coming. But
Yeah.
guys, now you get another chance, the 9th point, to make this. What is the move that Humpy came up with here in this position?
It's very easy.
Guys, now think, because it's like you have sacrificed a piece for an attack, but
You got only one pawn for it. Wow.
you got only one pawn, but the king is completely exposed. क्या हुआ?
See, देख रहा हूँ मैं कि हाँ, you're saying कि हाँ, you've given just one piece away for a pawn. Now what? Obviously, you want it back. You got it.
But how do you do it? How do you make? Now the thing is, whenever you guys feel it's very easy, I get a little bit worried, because the most easy move, you have to look at opponent's defense after that.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Counter plan. You need to always check the counter idea.
So Humpy, whenever you are looking at any ideas, you are always looking at best move for your opponent, right?
Right.
So this is something which all the top players do, and this is something you guys also have to drill it in, that if you find a move which looks good for you, look at the best defense for your opponent.
This is okay. Is it
No, time is about to end. Okay, so we will start with Anirban, who is very keen on giving the answer. So Anirban, what's your move?
queen to g4?
Okay, queen g4. Biswa.
Yeah, queen g4.
Okay, and Vaibhav.
Same, queen g4.
So all three of them want to hit this Humpy. Is this good?
That's a double attack, but let's say if white plays queen g4, what would you do if it's your turn?
Nice question.
I
Guys,
could not do anything.
Opponent is not your friend.
You can exchange the queen.
How?
How? Yeah.
E4.
Yes, queen e4 check.
Yeah.
It's not at over. You can try to think further. Okay, you have not seen that move. It's nothing is going to end up there.
Yeah. Now rook g1, I guess.
No, queen e4 is check. After queen g4, queen e4.
Yeah, take.
Yeah, queen exchanged, and then rook g1, right?
Yeah, right. So even this is winning for white.
But they did not see Humpy. They were like, now there is no chance here. After queen g4, they did not see the queen exchange. All three of them went for this. But guys,
There is even a better choice than Queen G4.
Is it Queen D5?
Mm,
No, then also Queen gets exchanged.
Or is it F6, Bishop F6?
but first Queen d5 is Queen f7, right?
right.
Yeah.
And here somehow it's still not clear. So therefore, Bishop f6 is what Anirban is saying.
Definitely, this should be a wrong move.
Okay.
Take on F6, maybe.
Take on f6, Queen f6.
Oh, that check is coming.
Yeah, there could be a check, and I mean check, and somehow there could be many checks. But I think Anirban, your idea could have been to give Queen g4 check, huh? Here.
Yeah.
Then I'll go for King F7. Take on C8. Again, I have this Queen E4, Queen E3. So it doesn't work. Queen E4.
And also, if you give Queen d7, he can block with at least the
Yeah.
knight here. Rook c8 can be met with Queen e4.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah.
So therefore, the right move here, and guys, this is very important move, is to bring your final piece into the attack with
G1.
yes, Rook G1 was played here.
And also, it's very logical. See, in our previous move, you can start from knight d5 once again, so that I can give a clear explanation. Here, I want to go for bishop e5, and I don't have the control of the square directly. So I played knight d5 to indirectly get the control of the e5 square. So once I got this bishop e5, I cleared the g5 by moving this bishop. So when the king is on g8, it's obvious that I utilize the g5. So it's very logical from move by move.
Right. Wow.
Very nice.
Wow.
Beautifully explained. And Shen Yang took on e5 with her knight. Humpy took the bishop with a check. Knight g6. And last point of the game, guys. How did Humpy finish off the game? Because right now she's a piece down. This was the fourth round, right, of the World Championship, Humpy?
Yeah.
And then how did you fare in this event?
I lost in the semi-finals with Hoi Fan in bleach tiebreak.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, we are even both classical and rapid. We had 1-1 score. Like there were no draws. Like whoever got white pieces, we made a win, and I lost in the bleach.
Oh, and so in 2000, this was 2008. In 2010,
that year Alexander Kostyuk became the world champion.
Kostyuk won.
Yeah, 2008, 10, both the times I lost to Hoi Fan in semi-finals.
But and then when did you reach the finals?
No, finals. I haven't played knockout finals directly. I played the title match from the Grand Prix. I got qualified through Grand Prix and played.
But that was in which year? 2000?
That was in 2011.
2011 was the World Championship match.
Finals, yeah. So knockout, I always got eliminated in the semi-finals, and I had to be content with bronze all the times.
Yeah, but it's a very stressful event. Usually, every day there is a chance that you may get eliminated, so it's never easy. This is complicated slightly.
Yeah, here it's important to maintain the initiative.
Don't let black coordinate all the pieces and defend each other. Also, I think this, I have this concept called LPDO, which is loose pieces drop off. So whenever a piece is like hanging somewhere, like could be loosely placed, they could drop off. But I don't know if that helped or that would confuse them. Guys, this is the last point. So if someone gets it right and others don't, they actually win it. They actually win today's contest. Okay, guys, time is up. Let's go with Biswa. What's your move?
Queen G4.
Queen to G4. Did you see any defense? Okay, we'll come to it later. Your move is Queen G4.
Yeah, I must ask everyone.
Yeah, Vaibhav.
Queen takes on d5.
Queen takes D5. Okay, Anirban.
Queen d5.
Queen D5. Okay. Biswa, Queen G4. You thought this is hanging and this is hanging.
Yeah, this is kind of a double attack, but it can be defended immediately.
I think king f7, is it?
No. Then the rook on c8 is hanging. Black can either play rook c6 just to
Rook c6, yeah.
defend the knight and move the rook, or even rook c1 check. Then the king has to defend the knight, but rook c6 is kind of solid.
Got it.
And even rook c1, rook c2 check. So that becomes even dangerous.
Oh, yes. Here you can actually,
c1, c2, yeah.
with the queen coming in, could become dangerous for you.
Yeah, it's dangerous. So it's clearly the wrong move.
Okay, so queen takes
King
D5.
d5. So what's your plan after king h8?
So
King
once
h8.
once king h8, then I miscalculated first a lot of it. I thought queen e6 might work because taking the knight was not working. But if I go queen e6, he goes rook g8, in which case that is mate on queen f6, I guess. No, not mate, but like I take the knight and then the queen. It'll be
G7
one knight.
again.
Can we not go rook?
No, but it'll be like one rook each. One
Rook
each,
h5.
and then I'm 2 pawns up.
Rook
After that,
h5. Rook h5 is the right.
Oh, Anirban spotted it. Wow. Rook
Yeah.
h5 is the correct move here.
Ah.
Yeah.
Winning the queen. And if
Damn.
king f8,
If king f8, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, then rook f5.
Mhm.
Rook f5, king e7, I thought. King e8 maybe, sorry.
oops, sorry.
Because you want the knight to still have an option. Sorry?
Rook f5, king e7.
Yeah. Okay, e7 actually.
E4.
Maybe take on b7. The queen is lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very cool. So king e8 perhaps, but
8. Now queen e6 maybe. Queen
Knight
e6.
e7. Knight e7.
Why did I not go queen e7? Wait one sec.
this was hanging.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. This is defended, no, Humpy? Or
Yeah, this is already defend. So
one sec. If we go,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. Go for it.
here I think is a better move.
here is the better move. So we should
Oh, is
always think about
Arey, yeah, it's queen f5 check.
Correct.
Right. Straight away rook is going. So after queen d5, there is only one more move. That's king g7.
Here after this king g7.
And of course, we even have queen f7. Did you guys check queen f7?
Queen f7.
Yeah.
So
Then take the knight.
take the knight. Yeah.
Right. So king g7.
I think D. Okay. No. Now I guess like queen e5 check.
Why not Queen D7?
Because now the king just comes to H6, no? And then
Okay, then
Okay.
oh, is there a then?
King
Okay.
H6. After King H6.
Rook, Rook H5.
Right.
Very good.
Hey, nice.
So here after queen takes d5, because king h8 loses to rook h5, king f8 loses to queen f5, king g7 loses to queen d7. The opponent threw in the towel and Humpy won the game. Here she resigned. Shen Yang resigned here, and you won.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
but clearly Vaibhav didn't calculate all these variations.
Yeah, which I wouldn't in the game also and still win.
So this last answer, Humpy,
It's a 0 for Queen G4, obviously,
yeah.
Yes.
because it doesn't work. So Queen D5, both of you have said, but after King H8, Rook H5 was the critical move, which has to be found. So that was found by
Anirban.
Anirban.
No.
I give him full point.
Oh,
Nice.
Wow. Humpy, you're the legend.
Vaibhav will get half a point.
Vaibhav gets half.
Wow. Oh, man.
Nice.
I can't believe that actually
Absolutely
Anirban
fair.
won this
Yes.
jointly with Vaibhav. Because
Thank you.
Anirban, you were like started off with so many wrong answers.
Yeah. I thought मैं उधर ही अटका रहेगा.
Later you started calculating.
Yeah.
As
Thank you,
Biswa
thank you,
rightly
thank you
pointed
so much.
out that Anirban's tactics are very strong, so he found all these tactical ideas. But Vaibhav, you also scored 4.5, joint winner along with Anirban and Biswa, 4 points. Towards the end, I think the tactical part was tough for you.
Yeah.
But
Damn nice game.
Humpy, how
Super
did
fun.
you enjoy? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it's completely fun. It's like even I'm looking at my game and trying to analyze all these things. So it's a lot of fun, and it also reminds me of my one of my best game.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, there are so many amazing games of Humpy that are there. We'll do an article on this and maybe put in a couple of more that are her favorites. But for now, I think this was amazing. Thank you so much, Humpy, for making time from your busy schedule. When will we see you in action again? Anything planned for you? Any tournaments?
No, right now I don't have any picture. So only once I get the schedule of the Grand Prix of candidates, probably that's where I'll start.
Great.
On board.
Well, we wish you good luck and great preparation
Yeah.
coming up.
Thank you so much, Humpy. I've been like reading your name in the newspaper since I was in school, and it's such an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Actually, I didn't believe that you'll make it towards the end. The way you told me about the E4 break and E3, I doubted that you'll be scoring some points or not. But towards the end, yes, you found tactical moves.
Anirban is one of those players whom basically you cannot underestimate. Like everyone thought he would never win and there's this comedians on board tournament. And he actually won that event in the second edition, beating all the comedians, and he finished first. So he always makes a dash towards the end.
Yeah. Super tricky.
Okay, guys, thank you, Humpy, once again, and thank you so much, Biswa, Vaibhav, Anirban, for making it here. It was great fun to have all of you.
Thank you, Sagar.
Thank you so much. What
Bye.
a nice game, man. Bye.
Bye bye.
Hello, sir. How are you?
क्या चल रहा है? Okay.
Biswa, can you make a final announcement for people to go and check out this BBC thing?
Friends in the chat, you have had lunch, you have had a good time. Now it's time to vote because that is how we can make Humpy win. in the BBC Who's Your Indian Sportsperson of the Year 2020. Yes, all are good, but Humpy is best. All are good. Vote from your accounts. Family may make everybody make an account. Everybody go vote for Humpy. Let's make it count. If Humpy wins, then she will come back on the stream and thank you all. This is
I don't
our
know.
promise.
Okay.
This is my promise. These are election promises. They're not meant to be kept. This is just... All right, friends, just go. The link is in the description. Mods, can you please spam the link in the chat and people go and vote for Humpy.
Amazing. Amazing.
Good
Thank
night.
you, Biswa. Thank you for
Okay,
this
bye.
great pitch. And see you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Wow, this was really interesting, guys. Did you enjoy this? All of you here, did you enjoy today's session? And what did you learn today? That is very important. Guys, and try to just keep it simple, like vote from your accounts for the one who is your favorite. But it's really a big honor that Humpy was nominated for this. It's amazing. I will also, I think I haven't voted yet. Yeah, I just kept this. I'll also go and vote. Yeah, it was, no guys, it was not 2020. The game was played in 2008. Enjoyed here, Graham Pawar. Okay, great. Subrajoy says I only joined for the last part. Ah, okay. Time and tempo is of the essence, says Gizmo Girl. Yeah. Devin Anand says voted. Cool. We learned that Anirban comeback is possible. That we already knew, guys. That we already knew. That Anirban is never to be written off. Very much enjoyed Vijay Borale. Oh, I have to update this. Yes. Let me update this score to know how things are. So 4-0 for Samay. Sleeping. Biswa 4. Vaibhav 4.5. Anirban 4.5. Also in the comment section, please let us know whom you would like to have as the next guest for the Grandmaster Chess series. I'm looking at, I have asked Kramnik, Wesley So, Rajabov. There are many players who I have asked, and maybe some of them would join in the next one. But if you have a favorite or if you want someone, please let me know. I'll try my best. And I hope you are enjoying and learning from this. Aggressive, nice tactical game chess content. Mon Bikash says your students are not calculating. Yes, this is important thing which I learned today. Calculation is very important. Although that is something which we have been trying very hard in. If you see Slow and Steady. Aha, Rajabo, everyone wants Raja. Devdeep Singh says thanks for such a great stream, Sagar Bhai. Please continue this series. Yes, Devdeep, that's the plan. Oh yes. Vishy Anand, many people want Vishy. Yes, if Vishy comes, that would be amazing. No other series makes you feel like a GM when you guess the right move. Exactly, that's the thing. Yeah, when you guess the moves, you feel like you're playing like Humpy, the best moves. And guys, please like the stream. Yesterday, I learned from Anish that no matter, even if the number of people are the same on the stream, the likes can keep increasing because, as he said, 300 people go, 300 join in. They keep on rotating. Yeah, okay, got it. So, Sagar, I will take a work from home next time having a severe FOMO. Arey, so Joy, you can check this out later also. No need to take work from home for this, but great that you could join in at the end. I guess the last move, Rook 5. I felt very happy. Sandeep says, awesome, awesome. My immortal, I think this is Grandmaster Chess, so I can't do my immortal until I become a Grandmaster. Yeah, that is very important. So if I want to at some point do my series, I have to become a GM, or else I have to remain the host. Nipun Mittal says, thank you, sir. Enjoyed a lot. Favorite move was G4 before King H8. Nice, nice. Brother Sister channel says, before I thought it was a brutal attack, but kuch nahi hai attack mein, and then I saw some beautiful calculation. So thank you. Okay, very nice. Dubov, a lot of people want Dubov. Okay, cool. Guys, thank you all for joining in. Maybe tonight at night we'll have the magic of chess with Karan Singh, who's now crossed 1000 Elo. So Karan Singh is moving quickly up the rankings. He was 600 when he joined in a couple of weeks ago. He's already reached 1000. Well, maybe he will soon be a part of this Grandmaster series if he can reach, let's say, 1300, 1400. But still a lot of work to do. Until then, guys, take care and do vote for BBC Sportswoman of the Year. Take care. Bye bye.